Okay, hello, hi guys. Welcome to today's stream. Okay, firstly, I just want to apologize for last week. This year has not been the best for me when it comes to my health. I've been falling sick a lot more, and it's mostly because I can't handle like sudden weather changes. Like the weather usually is very more or less stable where I live. It's either gonna be hot or it's gonna be cold. Like 1 month in the year we have like somewhat of a normal weather where it kind of rains a bit and all that, but this time it's just been kind of weird because like it'll be hot throughout the day and suddenly out of nowhere it'll start raining, and then the weather will become cold, and as soon as it stops raining it'll become hot again. In between that I end up falling sick a lot. which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't know what to do about it. So yeah, that's basically what happened last week. Thursday it ended up raining really badly, and like I was asleep when I was raining, and I had my AC on because when I went to sleep it was fucking hot, and then by the time I woke up I was just like a mess, like because like I was cold, but I was also hot at the same time, and just not hot in the right ways, That's a bad joke. Anyways, so I was just feeling really sick, and I thought like maybe by the next day it would pass, but it just didn't happen. Hi Sue. So I just decided I'm just gonna take 4 days to myself and just recover. Hopefully this week will be more smooth sailing. Why must my health be like this? But anyways, we are back with some Am I the Asshole readings. We're doing a wedding edition today. Like I said last time, we'll do like, based on theme. So today's theme is going to be wedding. So I'm going to be searching up names, like keywords like wedding and bride, and maybe even groom. Actually, yeah, let's keep 3 keywords: wedding, groom, and bride, and see what we get with that. And it should be interesting. I've seen a lot of like AITA. Can you call it AITA? I'm gonna call it AITA. Please don't flame me for that. But yeah, I've seen a lot of AITA readings related to weddings, and they are always so wild. Weather is getting crazier, and all you can really do is yell at the sky. I know, right? I mean, I can also yell at us because global warming. That's why the weather is sucked up. But still, yeah. So yeah, AITA readings when it comes to weddings are so fucking wild. And like, listen, I'm a complete outsider to this because firstly, I've never been married, and secondly, my wedding experience is very much limited to desi weddings, right? I've never been to a Western wedding with all the gowns and the church and all of that stuff. So when I read about the things that like the things people do, and like the certain like parties and stuff everyone has, and like the demands that people make, I'm just like, wait, what is that normal? Just nervous laughter and hoping that I never get invited to a Western wedding, but because some bitches be crazy. God. Western weddings I've noticed is like a lot of partying though. Like you have a bachelor party, bachelorette party, then you have this, then you have to do that, and it's like, oh god, that sounds so hectic. Weddings in general are actually so hectic. But yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing this and going like, listen, and probably just gonna go like, listen, in Indian weddings, this is what we do. Just like feeling superior even though like I shouldn't. You have to like celebrate the little moments. Okay, let's get into this. Hold on. Let me switch on some music. Yeah, okay. Let's look at our first. Okay, let's look at the very first one itself. Actually time past 24 hours. Okay, past 24 hours is better, I think. Whoa, this one already got one. Okay, am I the asshole for not attending my sibling's wedding after the entire family cut me out for no real reason? Ooh, that seems really dramatic. I wonder why the family cut them off though. Like, are they really not the asshole? Okay. My 33M parents divorced when I was 17. I'm the eldest. We were pretty much always a dysfunctional family. My siblings and I were just about geeky enough to not wander the streets and get into much trouble when my parents were either working long hours or just napping and not caring about us. My mom made domestic abuse accusations against my dad and made me testify against him. He got community hours and he cut ties with the family around the divorce. I haven't seen or spoken to him since. Yikes. Okay. I got severe depression, realizing later through many therapy sessions it was due to my guilt. It took me a few years to get more balanced and cut the mats. The depression led to cutting ties with the few friends I already had, and to this day I'm pretty lonely. My mom also cut ties with her parents, which later passed away, her sister, and many other family members due to many unsound reasonings, so we're pretty isolated. Okay. I don't like where this is going. Let's see. Following the divorce, we continued as even more dysfunctional. I won't spill out all the details, but it wasn't great. Luckily, I started college, met a girl, moved out, and got married, and tried to keep in touch with my family as much as I could, although it didn't feel right, and part of me always wanted to cut ties, and I fought to keep in touch. When we had our firstborn, I happily told its name to my mom, and she reacted hysterically, saying it's a bad name and will ruin its future, and we must change it. I got really offended, and she reacted by refusing to apologize, even though I didn't ask her to, and later she just stopped talking to me, along with my siblings who stopped talking to me too. What? Wait, I'm curious, what is your child's name? What do you name them? Like Beelzebub or something? Like, that's the only name I can think of that would be horrible because that's like a name for Satan. Like, what did you name your child, sir? Okay. Mind you, she just had her first grandchild who was less than a week old, and she cut all ties altogether. I tried to get in touch for months through calls and texts, but nothing. The mama kind of sounds a bit crazy to say the least. Yeah, like I can only wonder what he could have named his child. I don't know. Like, what could he have named his child that had the mom in a tizzy? Like, Beelzebub is the only name coming to my mind because of that one anime. Or maybe he just named his child Satan or Lucifer or something. Which I can understand the hysteria. They named their child Damon and the family wrote Demon. Okay. Later we had a one-time phone call. She blamed it all on my wife, accusing her of hating my family. What? Where is this coming from? When in reality, my wife always tried to make us come together even when I didn't want to. My mom blamed me for siding with my wife and said they stopped talking due to my decision of being my wife's bitch. Oh no. Even after they cut ties, my wife wanted to try to make it right, but I prevented her, realizing it was a lost cause. Now, a few years later, with the resurfaced depression and emotional damages from feeling like an orphan with living parents or at least an unwanted child, after many therapy sessions and self-work and many issues I had of my own, I worked extremely hard to have a happy family of my own. Now, one of my siblings are engaged to be married, and their fiancé invited me to their wedding. They haven't spoken to me since I became a parent a few years ago, along with the rest of my family. I'm fearing falling back into depression after I got together, and I honestly don't want to see or talk to any of them. I suspect they invited me only to appear as a normal family. Am I the asshole for not wanting to go? No, you're not the asshole at all here. Like, I don't even know what's going on in this story. Mostly because I'm completely shook by the way the mom is behaving. I feel like there's so much stuff. His mom is just saying shit just to say shit, and I don't know, man, it just feels very weird. I feel like I'm missing context about certain things. I feel like there's something here that we don't know, because it all just seems very sudden. Suddenly the mother is hysterical about the baby's name. Suddenly his entire family just stops talking to him, siblings included. Then suddenly the wife is a bitch and hates the family, and suddenly they've all come to the conclusion that they need to cut ties with them. I feel like there's something missing. There needs to be some context here, because these are a lot of assumptions being made on the mother's side, and it feels like it's being made for no reason at all. And I'm not saying that people can't be hysterical for no reason at all. They are hysterical, it happens, but it just feels a lot, right? Because first we have the mom making domestic abuse accusations against her, the dad, which I don't know why that was mentioned there, but that's there. Then mom cutting ties with her parents and her sister and many other family members. Like, that seems to be like a pattern with the mother specifically, where she's kind of like cutting ties with people, like first her parents, then her sister, then her other family members. Why the son? Like, why the son though? I just don't get it. I'm so confused here. Like, I feel like there is something here that we just don't know. Let's see what Reddit has to say. I mean, I'm gonna say not the asshole, but I'm also gonna say that I just don't have enough information. Like, whatever information I have feels very incomplete. Let's see. Not the asshole, they cut you off, so I don't know why they're inviting you. If you feel happy where you are now and your mental health is stable, don't go and don't feel bad for it. And your mom start fighting over how you named your child. What the fuck? It wasn't even a weird name. They are wanting a wedding gift. Okay. Okay, so they never revealed the mom's, like the child's name, but still. Okay, this is an interesting one. Obi, I don't know the situation, but from the little you've described, I suspect your mom was subjecting you to emotional I'm not gonna say that word. I suspect she didn't like your wife because she stole you, and she freaked out about your baby because you had them with another woman, and then proceeded to name them with your wife instead of letting your mom pick the name, which in her delusional mind would have resolved the situation, made them her baby. Oh my god. Okay, what the fuck? I just don't know. Like, this whole situation is so weird. I just don't have enough information. Like, are we just like labeling the mom as crazy and that's why she's doing all of this? But like, here's the thing though, even if like the mom is crazy and that's why she's doing this, why is the rest of the family, like the siblings, going along with it? Like, do they not have sense? Especially if one of the siblings is now getting married, it means they're old enough to make their own decisions. So it just, I don't know, man, it just feels weird. I'm gonna obviously say not the asshole, but yeah. Wait, another thing though here is their fiance invited OP to the wedding. Why would the fiance invite OP to the wedding? Like, according to the OP, like they said in the comments below that they never met the fiance and didn't even know the fiance existed. So that means that their sibling only started dating the fiance after OP had been cut off. So why would the fiance send OP an invite? There's just so much happening here. Okay. I mean, definitely there's something to do with the mom because clearly she has some issues. But again, there's just so many things in this that just doesn't make sense. I think that's reaching to a conclusion, but something is up with mom. I think mom knows things that isn't being completely shared. Yeah, exactly. Like, why would the mom firstly get hysterical about the baby's name? Like, that is so weird. And why would she suddenly have an issue with the wife? And why would the siblings turn against OP? Like, I don't know, man. It's just so weird. Let us move on. This is a mystery, unfortunately, that we cannot solve. Let's see. Okay, let's go with sort of past 24 hours. Let's look at this week. Oh, okay. This looks interesting. Am I the asshole for giving future mother-in-law 3 days to pay me for a new wedding dress, or else I show the family a photo of her wearing it? Ayo, what? Excuse me? I think the fiance likely heard about them and thought it would be a nice gift to reunite the siblings. Likely siblings spoke to her fiance about the sibling in some way. Yeah, but still, like, you know, I mean, if I were to find, like, if I were in this situation, like, if I was the fiance and my partner told me about a sibling that they just no longer speak to, I would first be asking, okay, why do you not speak to them anymore? And do you want to do it? Because, like, inviting somebody like that, and if they show up and the fiance, like, this, and, you know, the sibling doesn't know, it could cause more problems. I feel like I just need more information. Anyways, this title is like, what the fuck? Who tries somebody else's wedding dress? What the hell is happening here? Okay. So, I'm getting married to my fiance soon. I bought my wedding dress weeks ago. My future mother-in-law, kept pestering me about trying it on, but I firmly refused. I finally shut it down after she offered me $100 to let her try it on. Her reasoning for persisting so much, she says it's because of her love for wedding dresses and her obsession with them. Then, listen, lady, if you're obsessed with wedding dresses, go to, like, one of those stores, right, where they let you try dresses and try the dresses there. Like, modern problems, modern solutions. Anyways, let's see. Fast forward to yesterday, I came home from work early and I found my fiance at home. He freaked out after seeing me and tried to prevent me from going into my room while trying to text somebody on his phone. I opened the door and was shocked to see his mom standing there wearing my dress. Oh my god. Why are men? Oh god. Okay. I instantly pulled out my phone and took a photo of her in it. She and my fiance freaked out after I told her that she needed to pay me for a new dress in 3 days or else I'll show the whole family the photo. She started crying and then left, and my fiance blew up at me saying I can't be serious and that I overreacted because his mom just wanted to try the dress on, no harm done. Understandable obsession, but get your own. Yeah, exactly. But I refused to listen to him because, in my opinion, the dress should only be worn by the bride and the bride only. Quite frankly, I felt disgusted looking at the dress again. I don't want it anymore. And so I think it's fair that she pays me after she ruined it for me. He yelled at me and told me to wake up and stop treating his mom like that. Okay, his mom like she's the enemy. We had a fight after he failed to get me to back down, and he's been staying with his mom since then. I felt awful, but I spent $3,000 on this dress and worked hard to get it. I can't stand looking at it, but people in my family think I'm escalating things and risking my relationship with not only my future mother-in-law, but my fiance as well. Oh god, sweetie, are you sure you want to marry this guy? Like, he sounds a little bit like a mama's boy. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm also saying there's something wrong with that. Like, okay, you can be a mama's boy to a certain extent, but it shouldn't be to the point where you have no judgment. Like, you're just letting your mom do whatever she wants and constantly just taking her side in it, because that's just gonna cause all kinds of problems. Anyways, let's carry on. Update. Oh my god, this blew up, and so I thought I'd add some updates. My fiance called and offered to pay for the dress himself so we can end the conflict, but he wants me to hand him my phone so he can delete the photo himself, swear that I don't have any copies to use against his mom later, apologize to his mom, and lastly, he asked that I quit his family group chat and log out of Facebook for at least a month. What the fuck? I haven't responded yet. P.S. He called with his offer conditions hours ago, but I didn't want to include this in the post, but now I did. Also, I'm not sure if I'll agree because I don't want him to pay for it. I want his mom, the one who wore it, to pay for it. Not being vicious, but trying to hold her accountable. Okay, here's the thing though. If you think your mom hasn't done anything wrong, right? Clearly you are siding with her so much and you think she's done nothing wrong and it's just like harmless that she tried on the dress despite OP saying that she couldn't. So if you think she hasn't done anything wrong, then why are you so adamant to delete the picture? Is it because you know what she did was wrong and that if people found out they would judge her? Me thinks it's because of that. Good god, man. I just cannot with some people. Like, why do you wanna try somebody's wedding dress? Don't marry that man, leave him. Yeah, exactly. Like, OP, listen. Pretty sure this relationship was built on like years of love. But you gotta leave this man, because the thing is, in moments like these is when people show their true colors. And the thing is, like, in the future, if you were to have any kind of conflict with the mother-in-law, your partner is always going to take the mother-in-law's side, because clearly he's not a rational person. He's a mama's boy. He's constantly going to take her side. You don't need that kind of stress in your life. So OP, leave this man's. Let's see what Reddit has to say. Reddit agrees. Not the asshole, but are you sure you want to marry this guy? He stood guard outside your bedroom so that his mother could try on your wedding dress. Do you think he will ever stand up for you against her? Exactly. Oh my god, people are suggesting incest, really? Okay. Send the photo to everyone invited with an announcement that regretfully you will no longer be participating in the wedding, but you wish the couple the best. Oh god, this is such a good idea. You know, guys, just take a screenshot if you ever find yourself in such a situation. This is how you need to respond. I hope you never find yourself in such a situation, but oh my god. Oh, good god, this is what I was thinking. He wanted to see his mom in the dress because he wants to imagine marrying his mom in the dress. What the fuck? Sick shit. Good luck ever competing with future mother-in-law if you decide to marry this dude. Oh, good god, this is like Freud. It's like Freud dug his way out of his grave and was just like, you know, typing away with his bony fingers and going like, this is all because of his attraction towards his mother, because that's what my theory is all about. Psychologically, men are attracted to women who are like their mom, and women are attracted to guys who are like their dad. I was right. This is Freud. Get back in your grave. Oh my god. Seriously, this is so messy. Okay, so firstly, you are definitely going against your future partner's wishes, because she has already said that no, I do not want your mother trying on my fucking wedding dress that I paid for. And he's instead standing standing guard for her, like he's standing outside the door like a little guard dog, like doesn't want to let anybody in while she tries the dress. Even if your mom comes to you and says that hey, can you help me, try on her wedding dress, all you can say is that no, I'm sorry mom, but she's already said no and I don't want to create problems. Sigmund Freud having a field day on Reddit. Oh my god, people do be wilding, but good god, some of these theories, like, when I read them, I'm just like, whoa, let's take a step back. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, but what if? And I shouldn't be thinking, but what if? But I am. So thanks, Reddit. You suck. Oh god, yeah. OP, you're definitely not the asshole, but OP, are you sure you want to go down this road? Are you sure you want to walk down this aisle and watch your partner live a happily ever after with your mother-in-law? Oh god, this is a sign from God. OP, run away. Oh god, I'm gonna drink some water and then we're moving on. Oh my god, I'm already seeing one that I'm just like, okay, I want to read both of these, so let's just go with the polycule one and then we'll move on to the other one. Okay. Am I the asshole for not wanting my polycule parents at my wedding? Why? What is happening, America? What you guys doing? Oh boy. My parents are in a polycule relationship with the man. I've always been mildly uncomfortable with it just due to a variety of features about the whole thing. For the starter, the man is as young as I am. Oh no. And he basically now lives in my former room growing up. I don't say anything about it, as it's their life and they can live it as they like, but I'll be completely honest. All of it sort of discomforts me. Nevertheless, I have my own life and I still love them, and I try not to think of that in any capacity. They are happy and that's good for them. So I just want to say this off the bat that I have nothing against like poly relationships or anything like that, but I can also kind of understand things from OP's point of view, because imagine you grow up with like two parents, right? And suddenly your parents are like, hey, we're gonna start dating another person. Like the whiplash from that. And okay, fine, you want to open up your relationship to another person, but then you're opening up your relationship to a man who is as young as your own child. I cannot. I would scream. Okay, with that background out of the way, I'm getting married soon and I wanted my parents to be there, of course. They were happy for me and it was great. Then my SO and I got to arranging everything for the wedding, and we eventually began arranging the seating. I wanted to run my seating plan by my parents as they know some people better, so I emailed it to them and they asked them to look over it. They looked it over and then called me that I had missed a seat for Dave, fake name for their significant other. I told them I didn't think Dave would be coming, and they said they would all be coming, and I said I'm not sure if it's a good idea. I tried to tiptoe to gently tell them to not bring Dave, but they were insistent, so I was frank with them. I told them I was uncomfortable with Dave coming and I wanted to share my special day with them, not Dave. I tried to explain why I didn't think it was appropriate. At this point, things took a turn for the worse. We had a back and forth which basically developed into a fight. Eventually, they basically said they'd much rather just not come if they couldn't come as a couple. I, in the moment of anger, then said, great, then don't come in a passive-aggressive tone. Wait, you're gonna miss your child's wedding for Dave? Oh boy. Ugh. I haven't talked to my parents since then. In a way, I feel like they've changed so much from when I was young. I still love them and I still want them to come, but all of this is just not how I imagine my wedding going. It's their life to live, but this is my wedding. It's supposed to be about me and my SO surrounded by people we cherish. Dave and I have no relationship. He is a stranger to me, and respectfully, I generally am completely fine with that. I want them to come, but if they want to bring Dave, I much rather they just don't. I love them, but I don't want Dave there. So am I the asshole? Edit, we're not doing a +1 system. The wedding is only people we love and cherish and their families that we love and cherish. It's a 53-person wedding, so it's not huge. People have asked me for my gender and age, so I'm 26M, my fiance is 28M, Dave is 27M. My mom is 54 and my dad is 55. Oh no. Oh no. Is this Leonardo DiCaprio's future? Okay. This is so messy in so many levels. let's break it down, shall we? I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna go ahead and break it down, but I'm gonna try my best to break it down. Firstly, do not think that OP is the asshole in this, because firstly, it's your wedding, so you only want people that you know there. Weddings are expensive as fuck, right? They are so expensive. Like, finding a place to have the wedding, like the venue, the decoration, the food, the clothes, everything, like all of that comes together to so much money, especially for the food, because it's charged per person from what I know. I can see why he feels uncomfortable with Dave. Yeah, we can all see that. So yeah, weddings are expensive as it is, and they're clearly not doing a +1 system. It's like a 50-person wedding, and trust me, coming from someone who's been to a lot of desi weddings, 50 people in a wedding, this is a very small wedding, right? So it's like a 50-person wedding. It's a small like celebration. So obviously you don't want to have to pay for an extra person. And you most definitely don't want to pay for your parents' young as fuck boyfriend. How do the parents not see, like, listen, You're consenting adults, do what you want, but you have to understand how uncomfortable it is to see your parents dating somebody your age. Like, that is fucked up. And the fact the parents don't understand that and are so offended by this is like, this is nobody saying anything about your relationship. Okay, I'm saying something about your relationship. I am judging hard, but like, this is your son's wedding. Are you gonna miss out on the wedding just to prove a point? And the point being that somehow Dave is more important than your own child? Nope. Big nope. Good God. Let's see what Reddit has to say. Not the asshole. Your parents definitely are, though. If this is the hill they want to die on, let them. It's your wedding. They should respect your boundaries.